Hey guys, I thought I'd do a quick video on the 2010 Metallica Death Magnetic tour. I went to the concert a few days ago and I absolutely had a ball. In this video I'll be talking briefly just over the set list, the band itself, and the sort of stage production. Okay, hope you enjoy. Now if you don't want me to spoil too much, skip ahead to this time, because I'm just going to go through everything and I'll probably spoil a lot of surprises for you guys. I was blown away by the whole band's performance. James's voice seemed to be better than the last tour when they came down for St. Anger. Kirk's solos seemed to be more structured, and when he went off into instrumentals it seemed to use like less wah, and they were cool sort of almost Spanishy type of acoustic guitar type of stuff. Lars was so much fun to watch. Often when he was playing he was sort of looking behind him, behind the kit, and he was singing to the crowd as they were, singing along, and yeah, it was just so much fun to watch. You really can't do that sort of stuff in a normal sort of concert atmosphere where you've just got the one sort of stage. I much prefer it when it's in the center. Now the stage for this particular tour was in the center of the stadium, and this meant that the whole band was sort of running around each of the sides sort of constantly and singing and performing to almost the whole stadium. And often there'd be moments where sometimes the band would be on one side together, but the majority of the time each person would be on a different sort of side, so it really seemed like the whole band was performing constantly to the whole crowd in this sort of 360-degree sort of motion. It was just really spectacular. Now although Lars's kit was in the center of the stage, after every song it would rotate about 90 degrees, so every song he was facing sort of a different part of the crowd. To me, I thought the setlist was perfect. They played 3 songs from Death Magnetic, nothing from St. Anger, and then they played all the sort of the older classics like Harvester of Sorrow and Battery and things like that. It was more sort of the classic sort of vibe and the old school Metallica feel that I got from the night, and that's what I really wanted to see. So yeah, I thought that was perfect. The stage production this time round was a lot better than when they toured for St. Anger. They used, this time, giant metal coffins sort of hanging from the ceiling, and these suspended all the different lights and everything, but not only that, like the coffins would come down and illuminate different parts of the stage during particular songs. There were also these huge explosions of flame that came out for particular songs. There were jets of flame that were illuminated with lights, and so the jets of flame would be yellow and orange, and then suddenly they'd be blue and green or purple, and the band was still performing while these jets were on. And even though I was right next to the stage, like I thought it was hot. I can't imagine what it would have been like to be performing while these jets were up. The band played for just over 2 hours, and pretty much once they hit the stage, they really didn't stop. Occasionally, James would sort of talk to the crowd and rile everyone up and everything. But other than that, they really didn't stop for the whole 2 hours. The band's been together now for almost 30 years, and from the first sort of chord to the last explosion, the entire night was just like a spectacle. Like you really felt in awe, and you just thought, wow, these musicians, they've been together for such a long time and they're at the top of their game, and it was just so much fun to watch and just to sing along with everyone. To me, it was the best sort of rock concert I've been to. Like, I really haven't seen any footage or heard anything as good about Metallica since they did sort of the Cunning Stunts tour in the 90s. Like, the last tour and the last album, for me, it just didn't do the band justice. And everything about it, like just the atmosphere and how much energy they had, and how much excitement it looked like they were having just to be performing. It just blew me away, and I can't wait to see them again. Although their world tour is almost over, I think they've got a few shows left in Australia, New Zealand, then to Japan, I think, and then back to Australia. I really think they've got another album left in them, and so if you're ever thinking about going to see Metallica, or you missed out on tickets, definitely get tickets for the next tour. You'll have a great time. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.